EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the New York Giants. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. Shifts by him. Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Boy, we've had some great running backs in the NFL the last decade or so, as Saquon Barkley might be among the smoothest of them all. What a heck of a run right there. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Steelers nothing. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's a second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
On play action, Rodgers. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. Badgley able to knock this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Throwing Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jones. That's caught by Golladay. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Elliott Good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Steelers 3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, take 26.
This is Mack on the counter, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Complete, it's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Rodgers now on 1st down. It's It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw is Rodgers.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And he's got room. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Jones. Touchdown Giants.
Kadarius Toney
with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Steelers 10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Check. Mike 27. Mike 27.
Now Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Check.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Let's go. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Yeah, 300. Yeah, 300. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got this.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. He finds his man Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Hey, check Mike 46. Check Mike 46. Hey, 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 hey. Check 44, check 44. Check it out,
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Rodgers now to throw.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. 46 to Mike. 46 to Mike. Hey, Mike. Here we go. Here we go.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. Slam, slam.
They'll run with Harris. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Pat Freiermuth.
His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. Badgley on for the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now.
Deontay Johnson deep for the Steelers.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident.
There he goes, right side. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
But CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Jones now throwing on 1st down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
2nd and 10.
From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. Kadarius Toney, his intended target, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
This to the outside for Mack.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. And they run with Harris off the option. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They run again with Harris. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. To throw, it's Rodgers.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
46 to Mike. 46 to Mike. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd down now. It's Harris. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Space to run past the 20 and down to the 16-yard line. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Second down and 8. It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Here's Rodgers. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
And the Steelers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a letdown defensively, because they had them stacked up third and long, and you know their thought process had to be, just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing first and goal, looking to regroup.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Now their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
To throw again, Jones. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, Barkley. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jones.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long.
Jones on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 43.
46, boys, 46. 46 to Mike. Here we go,
On play action, Rodgers. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. On the give, this is Harris, and he gets it down to the 32.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Flush to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and that. It's 3rd down.
Watch
Throwing is Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Badgley's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
2nd down and 3.
Throwing, Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Giants on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Here's Jones on 1st down.
That's complete to Tony.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
From just shy of midfield, Jones got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Looking to throw. Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now here's another carry for Harris. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. That's caught by Galladay. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
He targets Ingram for another grab.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Back to throw again. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Third and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Off play action. Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Gabe Neighbors.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Giants have made it a 1-score game again. Here are the 4th.
Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
22, 22, eyes on 22. Check. Fresno.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. To throw is Rodgers. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Pittsburgh, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a loss that could wind up hurting a little as they fall now to 11-4. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in